talk about your family situation? Were you in a two-parent household, one-parent household?
So until the age of 2, it was a two-parent household, but they broke up. So they were together for 7 years before I was born, and 2 after the fact. Um, he's not the greatest man. Found out a whole bunch of stuff about him, and then how he ended up with my stepmom. They ended up getting married. Um, my mom, she never really had a lot of men in and out the house or anything. Not until my stepdad, and he came around when I was in around, I want to say the 4th grade. They just divorced. So I'm 22 now, and like I never lived with my father. Barely have memories of him being at home, and like he would try to like pin it on my mom or say things to the effect of basically my mom like tried to turn me against him, which was never true. She allowed me to think for myself and observe how, you know, things used to be at home.
When you say he did a lot, give like 2 or 3 scenarios, like 2 or 3 things that you can think off the top, like, man, that was fucked up.
One, I don't even remember, but my mom always tells me about how he would take me as a baby to the hotel room with him and my stepmom when they was just doing them, when he was still with my mom. He told my grandmother, his mom, that my mom tried to trap him. Mind you, my mama not supposed to have kids. She got 2 now, but she wasn't supposed to have kids.
Trap him with you?
Yeah. Like she did it, right? 3, he told, we had got into it. I was like 15. We got into it, and my mom tried to like mediate it and bring it down a little bit, make it a little more level head. And he told her, I got a little sister. He told her, well, that's not even the baby that I wanted. I got my daughter.
Oh, wow. So how many kids does he have that's not by your mother?
He has 3 with the woman that he was cheating on my mama with. They got married, and now they got 3 kids.
Are they still married today?
Yep.
Does he treat those 3 kids better than
not at all. No, he kind of like, it's more of a absent father situation where he's in the house, he's present, but he's not there like mentally. He's not supportive. He's just not present. It's all about him, nothing about anybody else, which is weird, right? It's immature.
So how does that affect like your other siblings, or what is your relationship with stepmom, if you have one?
I don't think I have a relationship with my stepmom. I always, you know, even as a kid, I always like side-eyed her. I knew it was always something off, something fishy about her. As far as the other kids, they don't really be fucking with him like that. They don't really like him like that.
Do they say why?
Do they say why? He just not there. Like, you present, but you're not present. I really can't even describe the type of environment that they're growing up in, because he don't even work. Like, my stepmom is the breadwinner. So you in the house, you getting high, you getting drunk, not doing nothing for the kids, just that. If he needs to be a disciplinary, he is, but that's it.
Has he ever provided you any emotional support?
Ooh, absolutely not. I mean, if I could even name a time, it was one time my mama kicked me out the house and she made me go stay with him because I wasn't going over there. She made me go over there, and he kind of like made me see clear and where I was going wrong, on top of telling me where she was going wrong, and then he kind of like eased us back into getting cool so that I could come back and live over there. I was only there for a week. I hated that entire week of my life. I cried myself to sleep every night. I was in like 7th grade.
You cry every night?
I cry every night. My little sister thought it was something wrong with me.
Is it like a lot of people say, you know, like with me, they'll say it's a hole in your heart to say to your father, listen. You agree with that? If so,
I
why?
kind of do agree with the statement for the simple fact that I feel like I'm missing that type of love. And when it comes to the men that I choose to pursue, or you know, the men that chooses to pursue me, I should say, I can see a lot of like patterns within them from my father. So for some reason, I'm attracted to manipulators, liars, people that aren't like actually available, like emotionally. They're unstable, so they say what I want to hear instead of saying what I should be hearing, which is the truth. Or you know, they're not really true to themselves. So when it comes to my father, I kind of have that type of it's a little bit of resentment there for the simple fact that you should have taught me how a man is supposed to love another woman.
So do you feel like you go looking for that, like subconsciously, or do you feel like you're trying to replace your father's love, like when you dating?
I can't say that. Like, I don't even think that I'm honest with myself about that. I can't give a yes or a no. Because it's way after the fact that I see those patterns. It's like I've gotten over this man. I'm probably dating somebody else, or I'm talking to somebody else, and now I'm finally realizing that, oh, these lined up with what my father used to do to my mother. Because she'll tell me plenty of stories. My grandma got stories. My Gigi passed, but she wouldn't even tell me what was going on for real. But like I don't know if those things are because of him.
Talk about how he got your birthday wrong on Facebook.
I don't know how the man got my birthday wrong on Facebook. I'm his first child. He ended up posting on Facebook. Mind you, we are not friends on Facebook anymore due to him removing me a few months back. He posted on Facebook on my birthday, happy 21st birthday to my daughter Tia, blase blase. Got like 80 something comments, a whole bunch of likes, all type of shit. Everybody under the comments, happy birthday Tia, happy birthday Tia. Then my aunt tags me in it saying happy birthday Tia. So I couldn't even comment on it because we not friends, right? Mind you, I made 22 this year. So I had to go and add the man on Facebook. He tagged me in it. How you tag somebody in it if y'all not even friends? So I didn't get no notification. I don't have none of that other than my auntie because we are friends. So I add him on Facebook, and then I share the post and I say, I'm 22. LOL, but thanks. Then he asked me back and he comments under it with the thinking emoji. So I'm like, 1997. And he's like, he liked it. He liked the comment, and then he goes and edits the post and makes it say 22. So all the comments still say 21, but the post now says 22.
Did he ever like apologize for it?
I don't know.
Did he ever say you happy birthday directly?
No.
So how did that make you feel? Like first you get the age wrong, then you
Um,
didn't even have the decency to say it to me like directly. So.
It didn't make me feel away because it's not the first time that he hasn't. Like, I wasn't even expected to get a happy birthday from him this year because I didn't get one last year. That's how he knows that I'm not 21. He doesn't know. So, I can't even remember the last time he has told me happy birthday. And a lot of people know that my birthday is kind of serious to me. Like, I take my birthday very serious. So,
Yeah, you know. Do you think you have any characteristics or traits of your dad, and if so, what are they?
On my dad's side, I'm not just gonna pin it all on my dad. On my dad's side, they are a bit promiscuous and manipulative. I don't believe that I'm either or, but I believe I have like pretty little hints of them. I'm not promiscuous, but I do have, basically I have like a history of being involved with a few people at a time, not necessarily sleeping with them, but just having a rotation technically. And the manipulation, I try to be a little bit more mindful and conscientious of if I'm being manipulative, because I have a way with words. So I'll say something, I'll ask something, and it'll sound like I'm trying to push a motive or get something done because it has something to do with my agenda, but it's not really the case. If I need something done, I'm gonna do it on my own. And so I try to be a little bit more mindful of that, because I've been manipulated by other people and didn't know. That's the thing about manipulation. You never really know that somebody's actually twisting things around to get what they need done. So I don't try to operate in that spirit or be, what's the word, deceitful.
If you can sit down and talk with your dad,
Yikes.
what would be the first thing you said to him?
If I was to sit down and have a conversation with my dad, I would probably try to understand where he's coming from more than so point the finger at him. I really like to think that I'm an understanding person, so I'll allow him to explain himself. The issue that I see with the conversation is him pointing the finger, because we've already had to attempt multiple sit downs or multiple conversations to hash everything out, and most of the time it's like, well, you not doing that either, you not reaching out to me either. And I don't think that it's necessary for the child to reach out to the parent or the child to uphold the relationship. That's too much of a burden, especially when I ain't asked to be here. I was in like 4th grade. My uncle had pissed me off. My uncle on my mama's side had pissed me off. Like, I was real mad at him, and I told him, and that's why my daddy gonna shoot you. And he was like, the fuck? I'm like, yep, my daddy got a silver gun. He gonna come get your ass. And so I was supposed to be going over to my daddy's house that day. Like, he had came and picked me. My uncle came and picked me up from school. My daddy was supposed to pick me up from my mama's house. My uncle was taking me to my mama's house. So I said that. I left it alone. Like I said, fuck him. Like, I went on about my business. My daddy come get me. I'm in the car, knocked out, basically. I'm knocked. And I'm all the way in the back of the car. And he screamed, "Tia." And so I woke the fuck up, of course. Like, that's a deep ass voice to be screaming my name like that. Everybody in the car woke up. So he like, "You told your uncle that I had a gun, I was gonna shoot him?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, why would you do that?" I said, "Because you do got a gun. You got a silver gun, and you gonna shoot him because I said so." And I got my ass beat, because not for threatening my uncle or nothing like that, but because my daddy don't want nobody to know what's going on over his house. And so he twisted the story to make me believe that I dreamt of him having a silver gun, him bringing me and my brother downstairs to touch the silver gun. Just me and my little brother, not my youngest brother. So it's two of us. We the two oldest, me and my little brother, to touch the gun. The two babies was upstairs. And he made me believe that I dreamt the incident and that he don't even have no guns in the house. And so he beat my ass when we got to the house because his business was out. Oh, wait. Then he asked me if I wanted to leave. He asked me if I wanted to go home. Like, he was sad. He was like, "Did you want to go home?" I'm like, "No." So when I got to my mama's house, after the weekend was over, she came in and she like, And so I'm thinking I'm finna get my ass beat by her. They chop it up or whatever, and he like, yeah, basically like, my business don't need to be out there. Like, making sure he reinforced what he had been saying all weekend. So I'm like, whatever, man. Like, I'm blue now because I'm with my mama, so I can act like I'm mad. So turn around, and my mama like, "I know you wasn't lying. All his guns are silver. So you just let this man beat my ass." Made me think I was lying just for you to tell me that I'm not lying. Maybe 1st or 2nd grade, and it was a father-daughter dance at my church. And so my church is big. Well, the church that I used to go to, it was real big. It was real popular on TV and all. So he was supposed to come. It was supposed to be me and my little sister. Mind you, he treats my little sister different because that's not his kid. But anytime my mama got, like, he don't really trust my mama with his kids, but he'll treat my little sister different, which I don't necessarily think is okay, for the simple fact of, why would you do a little girl like this? Anyways, he was supposed to come, and it was supposed to be him, me, and my little sister. But he was being flaky. He said he had to DJ and some more shit. He probably wasn't gonna make it on time, if he did make it at all. And mama was just like, let your uncle take you. Like, he'll take you. Y'all go out to Chuck E. Cheese, all type of shit. Like, you'll actually have a good time with your uncle. Just go with your uncle. I begged my mom not to let my uncle come so my daddy could show up. So he shows up. It's been some time. Like, a lot of time had passed. He comes. We dancing and stuff, but like he's kind of like pushing my little sister off to the side. And I'm real protective of my little sister because that's the only sibling that I got to live in my house. And I'm the oldest out of everybody. So of course that's the person that I'm gonna be looking after. But like, it's my dad, so I'm not really trying to, do too much. On top of that, he here for me, he not here for her. So I'm trying to like play both roles. We take a picture. In the picture, he's holding me, but my little sister's off on the side. Didn't like that at all. Every time I look at that picture, I get mad. On top of that, he still leaves early. So if we could put a time to this, he was there for less than 2 hours. And it really just made me feel away, like you're not even gonna, you show up, but you're not gonna come through how you really supposed to. What's the point of even coming? You could have just told me no. I would have been okay with the no, and I would have went with my uncle. So I don't really know if that's something that I haven't forgiven him for, but that's like a memory that's pretty much embedded. It's written on my skull. And I don't know. It just don't leave a good taste in my mouth. Like, I think that might have been the turning point where I realized, like, you ain't shit.